You are looking at the one-man militia, Matthew Justice, another man who can trace his roots back to Turner's Hall, trained here back in 2006, and has been all over the country to WWE Developmental and back since then. He's had a storied career, returning home for an action-packed triple threat. Lyndon from the East Lansing Dojo, master of capoeira, a Brazilian fighting style. Lewis, for my money, the most underrated talent out of anybody in professional wrestling here in the United States. Has been battled a couple nagging injuries the past couple months. We'll see if he's 100% to go here tonight in a one-fall, three-way bout. Three men very synonymous with Prime Wrestling and the Television Championship during our final year of operation. Only fitting we bring them back together for a gut check of who's the man here in 2016.
And finally, coming to the ring by Dani, weighing in at 195 pounds, he's roaming the streets, creeping while you are sleeping, the Leon Asia, the Aerosol Assassin. This is
Well, the Neon Ninja, the Aerosol Assassin, the Aerial Arsonist. There's so many descriptors for Facade that fit because this guy's almost enigmatic. He's an anomaly. And with his second by his side, Dani Moe of Team Neon Blondes, Facade has been all over the country in his own right, into several foreign countries, including Russia, Singapore. But Facade has been in some, not just the typical countries you'd find a lot of wrestlers travel to, like Mexico and Canada, but he's been all over the place and very impressive everywhere he's gone.
He's probably got a criminal record in every place he's gone to if he's spray painting and gallivanting.
Oh, not gallivanting.
Yeah, gallivanting. I'm bringing that word back.
Next thing you'll tell me he's a racketeer.
And a moonshiner.
Well, we'll see who will shine brightest in this contest. Facade and Lyndon, former tag team partners, Ninja Elite Squad for a number of years, along with, of course, Flip Kendrick. Matthew Justice, always been kind of a loner, calls himself the one-man militia. He's very anti-establishment, he's against the grain, does his own thing, and not the easiest guy to be around.
Well, Matthew Justice understands that a friend in need is a pest, and he's going to have to keep his eyes out not only for the high-flying antics of Lyndon, but also the high-flying antics of the spray-painting criminal, as we will say what he really is, one Facade. And you're going to watch for Dani Moe on the outside.
Facade has done something to your car.
Well, who else would put a giant F on my car? Answer me that. Matter of fact, I should go check. Blue, he's in the ring now, so I think I'm fine.
Did you get it taken care of? Did you move the F? Did you remove it?
I moved it. I moved the F, and there was an S, and, well, there were some other four-letter words on it, too. There's an extra L for some reason. I didn't get that at all.
I think you may have heard some of your past editorializing about him over the years.
You say one bad thing about a guy, and he holds it against you for life.
Justice and Lyndon tied up. Again, one fall will win this thing. It's not elimination rules. So, talk about the strategy. How do things differ in a three-way matchup when you have to have eyes in the back of your head and really have to neutralize two men if you hope to win?
Well, to me, the smart thing would be to take a breather on the outside and try and create some tension between two of them. You know, with the ego that Lyndon and the ego that Facade has, it would behoove Matt Justice to just take a break on the outside and to pick his spots. Maybe go out there and punch Dani Moe in the face as well.
Dani is not a wrestler. She's here for moral support.
No, she's a cheater. Right? It's going to happen, I'm telling you. And see, that's the smart thing that Matt Justice is doing right now. He's checking his, non-existent watch, and he's letting those two go at it. He's taking a breather. It's smart.
Matt seems bothered by the fact he's even here. And picked a spot inside headlock.
It's not bothered. It's just feels
he didn't seem annoyed?
well, maybe a little bit annoyed, but it's just because he feels that he's the greatest talent in the ring, and I find it hard pressed to disagree.
And Lewis with an arm drag. Leg sweep nicely done. There's a cover attempt. As Facade a step ahead of Justice, and look at Lyndon. Great back and forth offense. Three men who know each other well. Facade defended the old Prime Wrestling television title against Lyndon on iPay-per-view. And then a couple of months later was defeated ultimately by Justice to lose that championship. So a lot of intertwining histories between these three men as the trend kill, as Justice calls himself, on the outside favoring the arm, but in the ring, it is Facade and Lyndon, a bit of a return match from that pressurizing pay-per-view a couple of years ago.
And see, now this is the part where Matt Justice, not only do you want to give yourself a break, but
Come on.
you're going to have yoga, namaste here. But Justice is going to have to stay on the outside, get a breather, but also going to pay attention, because the one thing I will say about these two, as we saw right there, these two are very, very quick.
And they know each other well. Lewis traps the shoulders at Facade. 2 and no. Near fall situation there as Facade, wild swing there. Both men ended a stalemate, and Justice picks his spot again.
And see, that was a really, really smart move. A smart thinking man's wrestler move right there. Just deliver that knee right in the throat, right across the Adam's apple.
Do you think Justice will be able to take advantage of maybe the competitive spirit, the old friendly rivalry between Facade and Lyndon that existed some years back?
Well, it would be very smart. You know, all friendly rivalries turn at some point. Somebody's going to have to try and get that advantage, maybe a slap to the face, a thumb to the eye, and that's where Justice can really take control, as he has control right now, I might add. I'll tell you that don't envy Jake Clemens here. He's going to have to really pay attention, not only in a triple threat or a three-way dance that the competitors have to pay attention, but the referee has a hard job as well. There's a lot of action to follow.
And Lewis, walked right to the foot of Matthew Justice, who gonna send Justice to the outside. Awkward landing there, Facade from the blind side. Let's see what kind of shape Lyndon's in. Oh no. Oh, Lewis crashed and burned. Lewis has been battling some nagging hip injuries in recent times. A bit of I believe it was a bone degeneration that kept him on the mend for a number of months. Wait a second, Justice pushes Dani in the way. Facade was going to dive on Justice, and Justice was ready to sacrifice Dani. How disgusting can you be?
Well, that was a smart move. That I would have done the same thing. If
Hey, come on! Into the timekeeper table.
Well, what? He's fighting. Matt Justice is literally fighting three people. He's got to use whatever he can find. He's got to use tables, chairs, maybe pick up the camera guy, throw him into him. And you said earlier that Lewis Lyndon's having a hip problem. Is that correct?
Yes.
Well, he's going to be having a lot more problems. He's going to have a lot of hurt bones and a lot of hard feelings at the end of this one.
Hey, Lewis can fight. Let's never count this man out. Justice with the advantage at the moment. But Lewis Lyndon has had some matches in his career that I think before it's all said and done, people look back at this era of independent wrestling and will be heralded as classics.
Definitely can't disagree with that.
But what is the condition of Facade? He's still on the outside hurt as Justice takes over on Lyndon. And Justice has done a great job, though, I will admit, of neutralizing his opposition. One man in, one man out.
So that's why Danny Moe shouldn't be allowed on the outside. She's helping him up. It should be a fair fight.
There's nothing illegal about helping your charge.
Oh, you shouldn't be able to help anybody. He doesn't.
What have you done all the years you've been a manager?
I've done quite a few things. I've made quite a bit of money, I'll remind you as well.
Yeah, at the expense of everybody else.
I told you earlier. Some people call it a percentage, some people call it a fee. And the fee that's going to be taken out right now is going to be taken out on Facade and Lewis Lyndon by Matt Justice.
Justice. Only got a count of one that time.
And it was the director of operation, head honcho, big cheese, top dog, and any other cliche that I can throw out there to say that you're the boss man. What does a win in a match like this mean? Okay, let me rephrase. What does Matt Justice's inevitable win mean?
Well, a win here is something big because you've got three of the most hotly sought-after talents in this area of the country. You have 3 men who have a championship lineage to them. 3 men who have a reputation of putting it all on the line to win. And you look at somebody like Facade, who's been, at one point he held 7 or 8 championships at once. Lyndon, who's stolen more shows than he hasn't. And Justice, who has been against the grain and changed the face of pretty much any promotion he's been in. If you survive this, to me it shows superiority, it shows dominance, it shows that you're the guy to beat.
And a little bit of an interesting side here. You mentioned earlier Lyndon and Facade have a similar high-flying, martial arts-ish type ability, whereas Matt Justice is just going to punch you in the face. And I don't know if I would have thrown both of those men in the ring now. One of the things is both Lyndon and Facade both have a lot of unique moves, and if either man wants to win this match, they may need to hit all their moves during this three-way dance here. See there, low blow. Where's the DQ?
That's the midsection.
Well, it's the lower midsection.
And Facade gets a foot up, and Justice pinball between Lyndon. Check out the palm strikes. Lyndon, a master of capoeira, a Brazilian martial art that combines striking with rhythmic dance movements, and Justice and Facade both taken down.
Capoeira?
Capoeira. And it's helped Lyndon turn the tides and maybe give himself a breather.
Now, if the ref reaches the 10 count, nobody wins. Can we just give the win to Matt Justice for being ahead on points?
Absolute points? Are you kidding me?
Well, look at my scorecard. You see 3 points for Matt Justice and none for the other 2. And minus 5 points for Dani distracting on the outside.
So, between this whole matchup, you have scored a grand total of negative 2 points.
Grand total, of course, but the important thing is 3 for Matt Justice. And 3 is more than 0, 0, and negative 5. Certified masters.
That's why you're the best color guy in the business. Striking game, center ring. 3 men. Ultimate gut check at Facade connects on Justice. Lyndon ducks in Lyndon with a pump kick of his own. The pace quickens, the intensity escalates. Lyndon trying to stay a step ahead, caught the Hurricane Rana on Justice.
And there's Justice doing the smart man's thing again, going to that outside, getting his break, getting his wind.
But Facade connects high on Lyndon. Justice. Oh, great adjustment by Facade coming through those ropes as Justice got out of the way. Oh, no.
Now, see, this is a place where you should just drop him right on his head, right on the steps.
Oh, no. Oh, Facade just in the nick of time out of the way. Springboard, caught the kick to the face. Justice is dazed. Here we go. Oh, right to the back of the head. And Justice is down. And wait a second, Lyndon caught Facade with a knee. Springboard acai moonsault. Lewis Lyndon is one of a kind.
You just saw Lewis Lyndon go down a little bit there, a little bit of a misstep. You got to wonder if that hip injury is affecting him a little more. Didn't seem to there. Justice in a great spot there.
Watch Facade, watch Facade. Springboard down with a somersault plancha.
Well, this is a dangerous spot to be right now. Both men, I think Facade hit hard on that as well. We see him holding his back there. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy, don't you think?
Well, that's the risk that Facade is going to take. That's the risk that Lewis Lyndon will take. And I'm not sure about Matt Justice. Again, he seems a little bit bothered and frustrated by the fact that he's in this matchup with 2 men that want to lay it all on the line.
If you had to be around those 2, you wouldn't be very happy either. You're lucky you're up here.
Facade covers, near fall.
You know, not everybody can be up here.
But not everybody would want to be up here, trust me.
I'll tell you, one man who's going to try and be not up here but in the ring right now is Justice. He seems, I think he's biding his time, actually.
Well, Justice picked a spot there. But watch Facade. Facade did not connect with all that moonsault, but Justice down with the DDT. Action is fast and furious here. Justice covers for 2.
That's a good point. Facade definitely didn't get that in like he wanted to. Almost actually cost him the match. That's the problem with that high impact offense. Sometimes you go for it all and you end up buying the farm.
And Facade is measuring Lyndon. Hard series of round kicks. And Lewis taken down. No! And going to put the brakes on, and there you see once again the martial arts styles, the rapid fire strikes. But Lyndon, little chaos theory, covered with a bridge, he's got him. No, Justice with a save. And keep in mind, Justice is not saving Facade, he's saving this matchup for himself.
Well, that's why these matches are so dangerous. Not only do you have to get one man down for a 3 count, but essentially you have to get 2 men down for a 3 count.
Jackhammer, nicely done. That's one of Justice's specialties, but Justice, I think, saw Facade out of the corner of his eye and realized this match must continue. Facade, look at the ropes, connected with a kick to the jaw.
I'll tell you, one man doesn't have an advantage for very long. Well, obviously, we see Facade having it right now.
Signaling for the Arashikage driver. Lewis elbows his way, or excuse me, knees his way free. May caught Facade right in the nose. Counter. The back kick, the pump kick. Man, back and forth action. It's at a feverish pace, but Facade connects with the springboard. Facade with a knee. And Lewis comes back with one of his own. Matrix style Facade has Lewis out on his feet. Could the second time work? Arashikage driver, no! Oh, these men know each other so well. Former Ninja Elite Squad tag team partners. And it's Lyndon with a Dragon Sleeper.
He's almost bent back. Facade able to get his legs free there, obviously to his benefit. Matt Justice not looking good right now. He needs to dive in there. These two men are really ready to go for it. Here it comes.
Facade wound up on top, got the Arashikage driver. And he got the count of 3. Facade victorious. The Neon Ninja Facade able to survive a hellacious 3-way matchup. 3 of the best athletes in this industry today put it all on the line here tonight.
And definitely, we had said before, it could end out of nowhere, and that's exactly what we saw right there.
Facade celebrating with Dani, Team Neon Blondes, the victory. But Matthew Justice seems in a very surly mood on the outside. He seems upset more than anything. I think I see Matt Justice complaining and kvetching on the outside.
Kvetching? Really? What kind of dictionary are you?
Facade the victor, and great respect from Facade and Lewis. You know they're going to show it. I'm wondering what Matthew Justice's response to this is going to be, but either way, an incredible altercation between 3 men who have been synonymous with championship glory here in this part of the country.